Good morning and welcome to the GGHOP. It is Monday, April 1st, April Fools, and we're going to start the show off with the fully loaded bump stock extended clip joke cannon. Oh, yes, the GGHOP fully automatic extended clip bump stock joke cannon. Here we go. First one. So, from Los Angeles, the AP, Southern California Police Department, has been handcuffed by Lego after the company asked the agency to stop adding Lego heads to cover the faces of suspect in images it shares on social media. But police spokesman let the community members know that partnership between the police and the Adam and Eve company is now in full effect, so we can keep the rights of criminals safe. There we go. Much better. That's how it should look. So, from NPR, big excitement. Surfers speed walk through Paris, reviving a century-old race. This is very nice. If you're a waiter or waitress, you might get behind this. They traversed a 1.2-mile loop in the city, suited up in traditional crisp whites and shirts, black trousers. They each carried a tray loaded with croissant, a full water glass, and an empty coffee cup. The goal? To cross the finish line as quickly as possible and without running or spilling anything with their two hands at the same time. Now, what's very interesting is when asked about what they thought about the Parisian counterparts being under so much pressure and so much work, Denny Server said, quote, "Hold my fucking beer." Next, from the let's see, this is the UPI. The UPI, a Chinese man, for another great world record, regurgitates a stream of water for nearly 6 minutes, like a human fountain. So on March 28th, Chinese man drank a little over a gallon of water, brought it back up to serve as a human fountain for over 5 minutes, almost 6 full minutes. Ma Hui, 35, down the water, used his muscle control to regurgitate the liquid and spray the stream of water from his mouth, more than sextuple the old record. Now, Mao Hu's wife told the Guinness judges to follow her home if they want to really see something what her husband can do in just 2 minutes after going to McDonald's. All right. Back in America, but this is from, I think, Sky News. That's Australian people. Baseball team accused of fat shaming after naming their mascot Ozempic after the weight loss drug. And there's a picture of the little porker there. There he is, right there. You cute little son of a gun.
Couldn't call him Spot.
So they're fat shaming by naming it Ozempic. St. Paul Saints chose Ozempic from nearly 2,300 names submitted by fans, joking that the pig was ashamed of gaining weight and had promised to slim down. But they want to let season ticket holders know some new names have been floated around, such as Fat Ass, Hefty Fuck, and here's 2 other ones. Okay, from The Shepherd, here we go. In Florida, the World Health Organization reports that leprosy is on the rise, particularly in Florida. It's really bad, and why? It's because of armadillos. The 9-banded armadillo carries a special bacteria that causes leprosy, but the World Health Organization also thinks something might have to do with Florida's state sandwich being the 9 armadillo burger. Last one. April Fools, they aren't funny. From The Shepherd, a woman who just wanted to watch a live stream of a funeral became a viral sensation after she accidentally left her camera on while she took a shower. Okay, the Zoom broadcast was also being shown on the big screen in person at the church. And the people most upset by this were the funeral home and the directors because, they were pointing to the fact that they had only planned on 1 stiff that day. Now you can roll the theme song.
Up on the internet, what do you see? Clickbait, politics dressed as comedy. Who's outraged? Who's doubling down? The GGHOP is here to turn it all around with an ancient idea called having fun. Sounds a little scary, stick around, don't run. In the next 60 minutes, begging you to try. Open up your echo chamber and ditch your tribe. There's just one mission by which we're led, to put a big fat smile upon your head. The song is almost done, time to stop the show, but there might be something left that you'd like to know. What's GGHOP mean? It's your right to ask. The guaranteed, genuine, honest to goodness 1 hour podcast.
Good morning and welcome again to the GGHOP, the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 Hour podcast. I'm your host, Bill Gann, along with James Swinford.
Good morning.
Back from the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
You survived.
I survived.
You made it.
Yeah.
30 years old, feeling good. Nice. Very good. We're also sponsored by Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt Beer Works.
And if you're interested, Karen's still on vacation, but I think she'll be joining us very soon. She'll be back on the couch right there. Her smiling face. Her beautiful countenance.
She's got to keep us in line.
Yes.
Sometimes we drift astray.
We need a female here, a womanly influence once in a while.
Something to corral us.
Couldn't hurt at all. Well, today is April 1st, and we've got fun to get to, and we'll get there. But first, let's talk about who we're sponsored by. Of course, Wilson Farm Market, but there's some interesting news today, James. Currently, it was Wilson Farm Market, but we have now switched. We're now going to be sponsored. We got a new sponsor. We got a few new sponsors. Sponsor number one. So there we go. New sponsors just for today. KFC. Now there's chicken. The Colonel. And isn't that chicken how you like it? See that there?
Man.
Chicken with some little bit of...
When I saw that the other day, because I had my old lady take me to KFC for my birthday on Saturday.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got up, she's like, "What do you want for your birthday dinner?" And I was like, "I haven't had KFC in like 2 years." And I was like, "I have to go get some of this shit." And I haven't seen an advertisement in KFC for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And I pull up and those advertisements for that shit is all over the place. I'm like, who in the fuck? Who the fuck asked for that? Like,
well, that's the chizza, James.
Chizza.
The chizza. Yeah. Delicious. So how was your KFC experience?
It's fucking great, dude.
Okay.
Tasted just how it's supposed to.
How about this one? We're also sponsored now by Popeyes instead. Spicy chicken. I think there's one coming to this small town. You see the chicken there. This super sandwich that always sells out.
Just let me know. It'll be gone in a year and a half.
The Popeye lady holding the Popeye lady, holding the Popeye lady, holding the Popeye lady. Good, great sponsorship. And also sponsorship, just any dirty gas station chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Chester's is the shit.
Chester's, and there's another one we got up in town. I got a great story about those folks. Let's do radio advertising.
Yeah.
There's a couple other dirty ones from out of the East Coast or something. But yeah, those are the new sponsors. No more Wilson Farm Market. April Fools! Just kidding, James.
Still the best.
Everyone knows gas station fried chicken, KFC, or Popeyes blows mega cock, James. There's our sponsor right there. Wilson Farm Market. Scott Wilson himself. That fried chicken. That's beautiful. That's who we're sponsored by. That's good stuff. Yeah. Now, we got a giveaway in April. Looking for you to head on over to YouTube. Picking the winner from YouTube. Of course, we'd like it if you would join us on X, on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, the whole deal. But at the end of April, we will choose some lucky winner from our YouTube collection. And what do you win? Golly, $100 in Ranch Season Crow Nuggets and a Child's Medium GGHOP t-shirt. No, you're going to win a $100 gift card from the Wilson Farm Market. If you live far away and you are stayed away, no problem. We can send it there. You can have it ready for you. It's not a problem. We can send you the shirt. That's what you win.
Yeah.
That's the deal. All right. Well, something else going on over the weekend. Did you watch any basketball, James?
No.
Okay.
It was on
Stayed away.
It was on the background at the bar while we were there, but I didn't pay no fucking attention.
So you went to the bar, had a good time?
Yeah. I saw Purdue won, so my bet lost. So,
Purdue. Oh, you bet against Purdue?
I always hedge Purdue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time you'd be right.
I always fade them. That's always a thing. Well, like last year,
Yeah.
we were literally at a show that our producer Michael was playing at, and it was on St. Patrick's Day, I believe. And it was that first round when they got beat by that number 16 seed.
Yeah.
Well, right before halftime, I dropped a couple of bets for the opposing team to beat them and how much to beat them by. And by the end of that, I was buying everybody's shots because I won like $300 and something just on like 2 fucking bets. And everybody in there was miserable. It was a Purdue bar, and everybody in there was miserable. I'm over just laughing and passing out drinks and shit.
It was Fairleigh Dickinson.
Yeah,
Fairleigh Dickinson.
That's right. Yeah.
Man.
That's right.
That was pretty crushing. Yeah, last year I was on the radio and I wrote a song about it. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, but
I can't believe how long it's been since they've even been to the Final Four and people still even like pay attention to them.
1980.
Yeah.
1980.
Yeah. And they've only been to the Elite Eight like 6 times.
John Lennon was still alive. That's really how long it was.
Yeah.
John Lennon. But 1980 in March, no, he was dead already. I
No.
think he dies in 80.
Are you sure?
Oh, it's December of 1980. So yeah, he's
Yeah, it
still
was the
alive and
end of the
everything.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John Lennon still alive back when Purdue was. Well, there's a movie called Judgment Night. You ever seen Judgment Night?
I hate the
Remember?
fact that you fucking literally just gave away my Friday's thing to watch.
Oh, son.
Not even joking. And it's the best soundtrack of the 90s.
Oh, I'm early.
Yeah, Dennis Leary,
Yes.
Emilio Estevez, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yep.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Because he's got the Purdue jacket.
Oh, yeah.
And they're chasing him.
Yeah, they're chasing
and that's
him.
the best part.
Yeah.
They're chasing both the things. Like, look, it's his jacket. He's like, Purdue? When's the last time they won anything? That's a great movie.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it
awesome.
Friday. Sorry,
Yeah.
there we go.
That literally was my fucking pick. I was going to bring the DVD in. I'm like, oh, no, he's got graphics. And then I was like, oh, I'll just tell him on Friday.
Feel free.
That
bring it
literally
in.
was the fucking movie I was going to pick.
See?
I even
The
had it set
wavelength.
aside. Yeah.
You're finished the jokes.
It goes right along with Judgment Night and what was the other the one I did on Trespass. It goes right along with Trespass. It's you can watch those movies. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Very similar.
I didn't get a chance to watch that one, but I'm going to watch it this week because I told you I want to watch that one. I'll
yeah.
give it a try.
Very similar to Judgment Night.
Is it?
Very similar.
Yeah, I can tell
Just
already
on the premise.
by what you told me
Just
about the movie.
Some white dudes in the wrong fucking spot.
Yeah, wrong people seeing the wrong
Basically
thing at
what
the
it is.
wrong time.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
gotcha.
is.
One of those movies.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I watched a couple I didn't really mean to. We had some other things going on this weekend, but I watched a couple movies. One was oh gosh darn it. Oh, The Outsiders. It's a book by S.E. Hinton. People read it in high school.
You're talking about Pony Boy and
That's it. Yep. Yep. I'd never seen the movie.
oh
Ever.
really?
I never watched it or
Shit,
anything.
every one of them guys or something.
Oh, it's
Or dead.
filled full of famous people.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, Emilio Estevez, Ralph
Yeah.
Macchio, Matt Damon. Oh, what's the guy from Tom Cruise?
Hell fucking Thanos.
He's in it.
Yeah, homeboy that played Thanos. What
Dang.
the fuck's his name? Grolan or Groban? I can't remember his fucking name.
So it's full of people.
Yeah,
They're super. I read the book when I was in high school or something, but I never watched the movie. So
I
it was
never
okay.
knew there was a book.
It was okay. And then I just watched the movie. And then the other one we watched yesterday, which I think I saw it a long time ago, and maybe I'm thinking, I don't know that I ever watched it all the way through, but my son started watching it, and then he got into it, and then we watched Footloose. Have you ever seen Footloose?
Well, yeah.
Your life. I just know if you ever watched it.
No,
and not for you.
I think in like the 90s, I might have watched it all the way through once.
Okay.
But I knew
did
the
a
whole
long time.
premise, seen it off and on, so I
Oh,
knew
sure.
what it was. Yeah,
Sure.
they don't want the kids to dance.
Yeah, based off a true story. It's pretty good. It was a good movie. It's one of those movies though where it's like it's too long. You know, several times when the dad is probably like okay to change his views on dancing and probably going to cool out, but they just keep doing more and more and they just
Yeah.
whatever. But overall, good time. We looked up the Common Sense Media thing.
I bet it's fantastic.
It was just a few sentences, and it was just that the music might be outdated for some people, and
the
whatever.
dancing was provocative or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was whatever. So, but hey, we do want to talk about today. First, we want to talk about the tournament, our tournament,
Our tournament,
not the basketball tournament.
the What Sucks
The
tournament.
What Sucks tournament. Now the What Sucks tournament is about it's people and things. So there's actual people, but then there was things like, oh, there we go. See, now last week, and again, I'll update this graphic today. Now Oprah moved on last week. So did Stephen Colbert. That's with a PH, not that guy. That's some other person that you know. But it'll be Stephen Colbert versus Oprah. Keith Olbermann was the winner over the weekend over Boob Sweat.
Really?
Yes. And boy, let me tell you, the votes, I mean, it's like the little counter can barely keep up with all the votes that come in there.
Was it 3-1?
Aren't there, I'd say there's about 4 people connected to this show, so there should be at least about 4 votes. I'm going to leave it there. That's all. Now today, and I'll put it up there, now we got the last person going for second round. We got Jimmy Kimmel versus premature ejaculation. What sucks worse? What do
Well,
you think?
Jimmy hates on people that I like.
Okay.
And is he part of the underworld thing that everybody else is a part of?
I get the vibe that he's
Because
probably
that's what he was bagging on Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers said something about him not wanting a list to come out.
Yeah, and then he threatened to sue Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Talking shit about everybody all the time, suddenly wants to get a lawyer.
I love him. Aaron Rodgers, he's fucking
Yeah.
great. I love it when he talks shit to all those dudes and calls them out on some horse shit.
And they get angry. So Jimmy got a little off.
Then he went on Joe Rogan that pissed everybody else that didn't already hate him off. And then he came back and was it JFK Jr. wanted him to was thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
asking him to be
JFK Jr.
fucking
wanted him to be his
president
vice
and shit.
president.
Yeah, I didn't see him asking Jimmy Kimmel to do shit for him in his fucking.
No, not
Yeah.
quite. Yeah, and then Jimmy too. I think it's been about a month ago. I read something where he came out and said, I think probably in a couple years, I'm just gonna go ahead and retire. I don't really want to keep going on this show. I might change my
I
mind."
forgot he was still on the air until they did that thing where they were all on COVID and got together.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
Fox
it was-
Force
Yeah,
5.
I'm just like,
We're hilarious.
I didn't know the dude still was out there.
Yeah. So, but but then underneath it all, when people were posting, it's like, yeah, you don't want to come back. It's not that people have already told you you're not coming
Yeah.
back. We don't want you back.
It's not ABC looking at the ratings going,
I might not renew my contract. I'm just
Yeah.
letting people know right now. So be ready in a couple years. I probably got my own website you can come see.
get him and Adam Carolla back on the Man Show and pretend how they actually are comics rather than what they have.
My God, man.
Jeez.
So Jimmy pretty bad, but premature ejaculation. That's pretty rough. That's kind of rough. I mean, for her, I don't care, man. No. It's really terrible.
It's like I win first.
Well, some people have it. It's like a real thing. It's not they're just excited. I mean, they have like a problem.
Yeah.
You have to see for a doctor. I knew somebody from a family member or whatever.
Oh, this is that word around thing where it's
Yep.
actually you, but you're trying.
Yeah, I'm asking for a friend who it never happens to me. No, there's a guy and then they were telling me that this wife was just so frustrated because this guy is just can't. It's just like 2 seconds and.
Man,
Which I always thought
That's
like
rough.
if it's 2 seconds or whatever, then can you just like tough it out and then keep going for number 2 and then
yeah.
if you can. I mean, I know maybe if you're older, maybe
Try
not
to do
so
that
much.
going the regular way. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's why we. If you got problems with that, that's why the good people at Adam and Eve.
That's right.
They're always there for you. So today on X, be sure to let us know who you think. What is worse, Jimmy Kimmel or premature ejaculation? I don't know. It's gonna be a tight one.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow it'll be Oprah versus Keith. Oprah versus Keith as we start getting real.
Oh, you're
Oprah-
gonna go top? I thought it was gonna be her versus Stephen Colbert.
Oh, that's what I meant.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's
I
what I
was
meant.
saying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I lost the graphic and April Fools. Yeah, that's why I said that. I totally meant to do that. What do you think?
Do you think either one of them could even fight if they had to fight each other?
Let's see. Oprah versus Stephen Colbert. I think Oprah would beat up Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
In an octave. If you
Yeah.
had to wait, the winner comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming at some
UFC
point she's
rules.
had to fight, and I'm pretty sure he's never
No,
not even approached.
no. I saw him about a year ago. He was at some dinner thing or something. And he was dancing.
Yeah.
Oprah whoop his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bet on Oprah all day, and I would watch. I'd pay to watch that.
Smack him with a titty. Yeah, it could be on a
Logan Paul, Mike
Jake
Tyson,
Paul
the
undercard.
undercard.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Jake Paul, not Logan Paul.
I don't
There's a lot
know
of
which-
Pauls.
I don't know which
know
ones are
either.
which.
It's some Paul person.
One of them Paul brothers.
One of them fighting the guy that bites your ear off. I don't know.
Yeah.
One of them, something like the pigeon guy.
One of them that
So,
signed his own death
Mike
warrant
Tyson
if
missed
he
her.
don't make it out of the first minute.
Well, let's see. We can also talk about real quick. We'll go to the stories from this morning. I'm confusing the person that's our
Lego guy.
person. Yeah, because because again, I'm starting to get like almost halfway through the show. I'm like, man, we're about done. And I always forget to. Oh yeah, you gonna talk about that shit from the beginning, Bill? So just something. The Lego guy.
So they were putting Lego heads over the.
This was a certain city, but there's a California state law that passed a year or two ago. There's 2 of them. One is that you can't put a person's picture up for things that are non-violent. And then they have another one that even you can't put their faces up even for violent ones more than like 10 days. So even if you're a bank robbing rapist, after 10 days, they need to blur your face out because that's your rights as a rapist.
Is that a state rule?
That's a state law. It's a state
That's
law.
not an
That is not a
That
national.
is not an Indiana.
No, it is not. It is very much a
They'll
California
put your
law.
crackhead ass picture all over all the shit they want to in this state.
Oh man, hardcore. It's so silly and stupid.
It's like the Clinton County one was always just like faces of meth every time they show it.
Yeah, I gotta wonder too. Like, so if you're putting these Lego heads on, well then, why even put this up? Just don't put it up. That's ultimately, I guess, what you want. Because you can't look at this. If this was somebody to look out for, you have no idea. I mean, I can't even see I just know he wears fucking flannel.
Well, maybe if they had Lego heads, it looked like their faces. Like if his face looks like that. You know what I mean?
like a filter,
Yeah.
like from
Like I got a buddy who looks kind of like that.
yeah.
He has a nose,
He's
but the
kinda
rest of
yellow.
it looks basically the same.
That huge bump on his skull.
Can't really grow a beard, right? You know.
So this is this is just more California logic of we need to protect the people that are stealing and
California is
beating
the
people.
most beautiful, stupid place I've ever seen in my life.
It's
It
the
is.
Jeff George of states.
I love it. When you land
God
there,
damn, it's beautiful.
when you land there or drive there and you first get there, it's like you're on a new planet that
Yeah.
you get to explore, and then you meet the alien life forms that are there, and like, yeah, when's my flight back?
Yeah.
But everything about California is awesome except for just 1 out of 5 people are just batshit,
Insane.
or one of them is like way too for the home team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a little over the top.
Whatever Gavin tells us, we will do.
Yes.
And then
yes.
my in-laws are the opposite. Fuck that bastard. He screwed our businesses and fucked us all up.
There was
And
a story about a month ago where Gavin Newsom, that's the governor of California, in case any of you don't know, he's governor of California, not really popular, but he goes into like a
his
Target.
hairdresser loves him.
Yes, he was allowed to get his hair done while you were wearing masks and your children were at home not getting taught. He was eating at restaurants unmasked and with his friends, but he
Having
went.
anniversary parties and shit. Yeah.
Well, we got to go out. This is
Those rules don't count for us, right?
for thee, not me. Yes.
Yeah.
He goes into like a Target, and there's some person that just like walks through with like tons of shit. And then he's like, "Hey, are you going to do something about that?" To this lady, he's ringing him up. And she's like, "Oh no." He's like, "We don't do anything anymore." He goes, "Why not? Why wouldn't you stop those people?" He's like, "Oh, well, because the governor's ruined everything." She didn't know it was him. Then this piece of shit got pissed off and called the manager and tried to like, you know what I mean? Instead of like,
Oh.
I am the governor, and wait, what do you mean? This is what people are doing? I didn't know this was going. No, then he got all like, then he went on
Oh.
then he went on a conference call with other people telling the story, like he was the one that was
Yeah.
getting hurt. And
I
it
would have
was-
loved that to have been me.
And all these other people
so
on the
bad.
conference call are like looking at him, and you can see when he finishes the story, he gets about almost through it. It starts to hit him like, oh no, I should, but he finishes it anyway.
I gotta
you're a
ride this
fucking
stupid
prick.
thing out. Yeah.
God, these are the people that would love to be a king.
Oh yeah.
These are the people
Oh,
that
yeah.
would have been a great king back
Yeah.
in the old days.
Oh, and mark my words, in like 8 to 10 years, he'll be the Democratic rep for
Oh.
office.
Yeah,
He will. At least as a vice president.
maybe he'll go the way of Mondale. Let's see, and because that was just one town.
We just do caucus your ass right the fuck out of here.
And to let you know, it was true. They and you figure after a while, the good people at Lego gave them a call. The lawyers, you need to cease and desist, and you can't use our stuff anymore.
Well, they got
Let's
those.
pay us, man.
They got those other ones. I can't remember what they're called.
Playmobil. That was where I
No.
almost went the other joke. The weirdos.
Now the other one is like I can't remember what it's called, but like I think Korea makes them, and
Yeah.
they're like the exact same thing, but they
Okay.
have like the figures are a little bit better and they're movable. They have different sets. I just know because my son was obsessed with Legos for like the first 6 years of his life, 7 years.
I'm still gonna say I think it's Playmobil.
Could be.
It is. They look different. Their little scenes are like the stop signs. They're European. They're
Yeah.
your little cars are yeah. So I almost went that way with the joke, but there it is. That's the That's a person at a mostly peaceful protest in Minnesota during the Summer of Love.
Looks just like a Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I want to
video.
go back because he also has got like, man, that's a thin ass skateboard, dude. You know what?
Most skateboards are thin, Bill.
That's
What,
not
the
that
hell,
thin.
what the hell are you
Jesus.
buying like a 3-ply skateboard for your big ass or what?
No, but I mean, most of them have like a wide, like like the convex or whatever. That thing looks like a mini board.
Oh yeah,
He's also holding it like you're not. I heard the skaters, you're not supposed to hold it that way. That's the mall hold.
that's the I'm gonna hit you with it hold.
Oh, okay.
That's when you put your fingers in between the trucks and you can swing it like a motherfucker.
Yes.
That
Look
is
at this.
that is that.
I'm proud of this.
This actually looks like a California longboard.
Why
but
won't
shorter,
anybody
or
deliver
like
food here
thinner.
anymore? How come there's nowhere for me to work? Tough shit. This one, this is interesting. This race through Paris for the servers.
Yeah, I would dominate that shit.
This has been going on a long time. They took a break a few years ago because I guess of budget cuts, but other places in France do this race as well, and then other cities have done it too. Yeah, just a something fun.
Try doing that on St. Patrick's Day with like 12 or 13 car bombs, and you're just fucking
Yeah.
trying.
I'm all for servers being treated good. So if you're out there and you are a server, God bless you. It's not easy.
No,
It's not easy work, man.
and it's weird how the scale of how people get paid. Like the shittier the job or the more tasks ridden job you have, you get paid way fucking less for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody didn't tip. Who didn't throw $1 in? You don't tip.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the fact that servers and bartenders are allowed to just not be paid the fucking minimum wage is funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They live on your tips, so they do. So and hey, if you're a good server, then keep it up, man. But yeah, I don't know about
I made bank.
the racing. I mean, it was almost 1.5 miles. I mean, you gotta do that.
I guess I'd be over there on the outside in that passing lane, just walking by all these short little French fucks.
Well, it said too that you have to. Here's the deal. I read through the article, and there's the woman who won. There was a male and a female winner. What you won was a night in like a nice hotel, and then 2 tickets to the opening ceremonies at the Summer Olympic Games this summer.
Ooh,
Yeah, excitement,
I'd sell 'em.
and
I'd sell
way at the top is what it is.
I'd sell them.
Right.
Yeah.
And then so the woman who won, she was like almost 40, and she's been a waitress since she was like 17, and says how much she loves it, whatever. But then she said this event was very French in the fact that you have to switch your hands once in a while. You can't hold it with 2 hands, and you have to walk. You can't run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had to walk quickly. You weren't allowed to like run with
Oh,
this
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So
You ever see me walk?
and she said it was a little like very French.
Like the whole fucking line smelled like BO, and then
Oh, wait.
oh, we ain't know where the deodorant is, and then we're gonna
That-
take your croissant to
That's
you.
what I think I like about French people is that they are like
Smelly.
well, they smell, and yes, I'm going to generalize here. They smell, they talk loud,
Yeah.
and they're Americans.
What do you mean?
They act like Americans. I mean, if you go to France, you need to speak French, and if not, you can go fuck yourself. I mean,
Oh.
but if you try a little bit, they're super friendly people, man. Just like hey,
Well-
they speak English, But they're like Australians, Americans.
Like-
They're just
Je ne sais pas, Francois.
hey, look at that. So you'd be fine.
Yeah.
You'd be sad. They would love you. They would
Yeah.
love you, even though they wouldn't love you after they found out this. You said they all stink.
Oh no, I'd figure out how to say that in French too.
You smell. You awful smell.
Why is you all
Of
stink?
course we smell. Come here.
Y'all smelly.
Yes, but I when I went to Europe, I never went to France because I heard that people I didn't speak any French. I didn't want any trouble.
Not really interested in seeing anything in France or Paris or anything.
Yeah,
I could give a shit
either.
about old. I like looking at old buildings and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to travel to see some shit like that.
Yeah, there's plenty of old buildings here.
Yeah.
And there was plenty of old buildings in Amsterdam.
No, I mean that's what I mean. I'd go see
Here.
shit somewhere else in Europe that was cool. Yeah.
And then I was saying that, Denny's like,
Yeah.
how tough was it? How tough was it? Hey, come be in a Denny's.
Yeah.
You walked 1.2 miles with a tray in your hand. Big fucking deal.
Come be at
Look at that
the
madhouse.
come be at the Common while one of our local legends are playing music there.
Oh my God.
Windows are
Crazy.
shattering. You're trying to get stuff to your tray again.
We'll stop here just for a second because we're about halfway through. I just want to remind people we're sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia, not by Popeyes or the fucking Chizza or gas station chicken.
Or Mahul or
Or
whatever that guy.
Mahu. We'll get back to Mahu. Sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. Thank you very much. I'm sure he had a great weekend with Easter going on and probably sold lots of chicken. But that means there's probably lots of chicken left over and delicious foods, probably on sale. I bet there's I bet today there's some kind of like sale,
Yeah.
like on extra stuff, 90% off.
Making room for the new run.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And even if not, then the fresh stuff is delicious. So check out Wilson Farm Market. They pay for all of this. Without them, we just be on here saying, will you please go to our Patreon? Will you give me a nickel to my Patreon, please? Nothing wrong with Patreons. I'm just saying.
No.
I don't want to have to hold out the hat.
No, we don't want to fuck with them either because we might end up having to go to them, so we don't want to mess with them either.
Very
we don't want to
true.
burn any bridges we might have to walk
Patreon
across.
could be great. No, and also it pays for the shirts that we give to people who want to give them to people. I don't want to sell them to you. I want to hand them to you. Give
That's
them
right.
away. And he wants to give away food again this month. Go to YouTube. We're set. We're picking one from there. $100 gift card. Anything you want in the store.
Yeah.
Anything. Even the dog edibles.
Even the dog. Edibles.
Yep. The crow fingers. Whatever you want. So again, thank you, Wilson Farm Market. Now we'll go back to these great stories. God, and when I saw this one, and I see it in the search bar, I didn't know that it was a Guinness thing. But as sure as I got here, I'm like, God, every time I just shake my head. Like, these people have the weirdest ass records
What in the Guinness
and
is
stuff.
fucking going on?
So this guy spits for like 6 minutes. Okay. He drinks a little over a gallon of water and is barely blown out like a fountain. So that was kind of interesting. But then the real interesting thing was that the last person's record was less than a minute. So this guy did 6 times. I like that too. Good on you at the UPI, whatever it was. Joey Stevenson. Whoever wrote that, good for you. He could have said more than 6 times the Ethiopian man, but he put sextuple.
Sextuple.
You're so cool. Sextuple that, yeah, it was only less than a minute. So this guy like shattered the record, you know. But again, who knew there was a record for that?
Well, I'm just glad. I mean, it didn't say it in the article or anything, but I'm just glad these two guys found some clean water in their country to drink.
There was nice one. There were so many ways to go with this joke. I was trying to think. I was a waterway.
I'm gonna give myself one of these for that one.
Nice one.
One of these.
That was one of the ways. The other way I was thinking about going here. Let me get back to his face. That's something to look at.
I'll make him do that with Indian water from the bathroom.
I was trying to think of one too where somehow he is blowing out all this liquid, and then somehow I was trying to think of somebody real whorish that swallowed a lot of semen,
Right.
and there's gonna be some semen inhaling joke. But yeah,
Well, you could always go Stormy Daniels. That's always
Could.
everybody's number one now. So
I'd have to go way back. I think maybe some of our older viewers, if I compared him to Rod Stewart, he's like the anti-Rod Stewart. Remember there was this thing about Rod Stewart in the 1980s that he had to be sent to an emergency room because he had swallowed too much semen. Did you ever hear that?
no.
Yes. So okay, I'm sure that wasn't the case.
Same ER they pulled that hamster out of Richard Gere or the gerbil out of Richard Gere,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
Come on, right? So yeah, congratulations to this guy for that record, which I don't know it'll be broken.
Mahua.
Mahua. Yeah, other joke is, well, you got to do something when there's nothing to eat. I mean, I'm fucking starving, man. There's no work. The city's on fire. I can't breathe. And they came and took my parents away last night. Yeah, and then I put splatter toilet in Google, and so I put splatter toilet in Google, and the worst part is you do that, it's red. So then I had to put poop. Like, I don't want to see vaginal explosion.
It's not. It was people that shot themselves, Bill.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the toilet?
Well, where else are you going to shoot yourself at?
I mean, it was kind of like located right at the front.
Oh.
Very vaginal.
Well, then it maybe was.
Very vaginal, the art. You know what I mean? So I'd
What are you
actually
looking
put poop
at?
in.
Afterbirth.web or some
Holy
shit?
crap.
What the fuck?
Afterbirth. Hello, Karen. How you doing out there?
That picture right there, I mean, we could take it out of the screen about any time now, but I
Oh,
always
sure.
think of,
Well, let's leave it while you're talking.
it was maybe like the second or third week. I was working at Walmart when I first started there in high school.
Yeah.
And I was one of the only late shift guys that were there, like second shift.
Yeah.
And they're like, somebody said the bathroom needed to be cleaned up. We go in there and check it. And I walked in there and it looked like that. But instead of it being right where it was at, it was like a grenade was lit on the back of the toilet and it was all over the wall. And you could tell there was marks and stuff in it. Like I was sitting there like, okay, either somebody played with this or they tried to clean it up and couldn't.
And just left. Yeah.
Yeah, and then locked the door on the way out. So I had to crawl underneath to look to see what it. And I crawl underneath the door and look up there. I'm like, oh, I ain't touching the floor even. I got back out of there. I walked out there and I told that guy, he's like, what's the verdict? I go, the verdict is somebody else is cleaning that up or I'm going to quit.
Fucking leave
I
it.
don't give 2 fucks about like, go in there, look at that, and tell me to go clean that.
Yeah. Was it like your first week there?
Yeah, I was
They're
only
just
there
trying
for
to
like a couple weeks.
Okay, they're just trying to get you to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And so someone else obviously
Oh,
cleaned
I
it.
didn't.
Okay.
I know that I
All right.
didn't.
Yeah, that's a hell of a spatter.
It could have been there for days and they just said out of order.
I think you said that they locked it
Yeah.
on their way out. That shows you like their shame.
Yeah.
What they did, like they feel bad about it.
Or it was a kid just messing around. I was like, I'm going to sit on the wall and lock the door.
Now I just got a message from Karen.
Really?
Okay. All right. It wasn't about, I thought it was going to be about what we were talking about. It's something unrelated. She's on vacation. She's chilling. I thought it might be about, you said something about afterbirth. So I thought maybe she got all
No.
double pointed about that. The other one here, this baseball team, the St. Joe something, what are they? The St. Paul Saints. I think it's Minnesota. I didn't see that state, so I'm not sure. That's like a double A team.
Yeah,
or
St. Paul,
something.
Minnesota. Yeah, it is.
It's very
It's
small.
I think it's either it's a double A team for the Twins, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So real small, and they put out. They wanted to name the mascot. It was chosen by fans, not them.
Yeah.
And so they had like all these names, and in the article, it goes through, and it's like now there was some backlash. They had one tweet from a person who's like,
Not Oprah 95.
"You're
Is-
making fun of people with weight problems and diabetes." Hey, my son's a type 1 diabetic. He didn't take Ozempic. So what the fuck you're talking about?
Well, they made a joke about it this weekend on Saturday Night Live on their, they always do their weekend update.
Oh yeah.
And they were talking about, because Trump said something about this black guy that's a Republican,
Okay.
and he goes, he's really great. He's like MLK on steroids, and they showed the picture of him because he's a bigger black guy.
Yeah.
And then he goes, and now here's MLK on Ozempic, and they showed Al Sharpton all fucking.
Oh yeah.
shrunk
Now
up
whittled
and
down,
shit.
a
Yeah,
little
I was like,
skeleton.
that's fucking hilarious.
But he is like anti what he used to be.
Yeah.
Al Sharpton used to be like
Yeah,
350.
yeah.
Al Sharpton's in the video for It Takes Two, for God's sakes. Do you remember that?
Holy.
He's
cow.
walking to the beginning of the
Yeah,
line
the
with
start.
Bismarck. He's got
Yeah,
the phone in his fucking hand.
yeah.
The Reverend.
Because he's from that area of Brooklyn and New York. Yeah, that's hilarious.
I like the Whopper. Fuck the Big Mac. So this guy, one person that was complaining, and then it showed another one from people that were like, "Look, I'm a this. I take Ozempic. I use it. Whatever. I'm not offended at all." And the people that own it were like, "When we were going through the names, we never once thought about whether it would offend anybody, and we're not changing it." So
Yeah.
like, they don't care.
Oh, minor
for
league
them.
baseball don't give a fuck.
Just fucking, dude,
Whatever
kiss
sells
my
a couple
ass.
hats and gets people in there.
I
they
got
don't
a
give
feeling
fuck.
more people have a good sense of humor and want to come to the game than again.
Well, I mean, if you're still watching minor league baseball at this point, you got a sense of humor.
Yeah. And then there was a couple great people. There's the wonderful Oprah Winfrey and her best friend, rapist, fucking dickhead Harvey Weinstein. Good work. Now this Florida one, leprosy. God damn. Because it's huge. From the 9-banded armadillo. Have you ever seen an armadillo in your life, like a real one?
When I was younger, we were driving to, I can't remember if it was Tennessee or Oklahoma or somewhere. It was out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and we hit one in a truck.
Oh,
And
okay.
it fucked the tire all up and whole 9 yards to get the tire fixed.
Did
Yeah.
it kill the armadillo? Did you see it?
Never
Or did
saw
took
it.
Off?
We
Probably
saw it
didn't
as it
care.
went across the road. We hit it, and then
It was probably fine.
yeah, it was already gone. Yeah.
Yeah. They're spooky looking, man.
Oh yeah.
They remind me of what's here? They look kind of like that. Possum. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
The
Like,
mouth, how they kind of
Yeah.
look.
they're like a possum that upgraded its body armor.
And I didn't know. I thought they were only
They paid for the upgrades.
unlockables.
Get the VC.
Yes. I thought they were only in Texas. I didn't know they lived in Florida.
Because
Yeah,
I
I
believe
know.
the one that we hit was in Oklahoma.
Okay. So anywhere warmer, southern
Yeah,
must
just
be
like
the spot.
yeah.
Okay. But I've never really seen one, I guess, in a zoo. So yeah, had no idea.
We've seen a
it's lot of
couple
people.
on the way to in Mississippi on the way down to Biloxi.
And leprosy, that's where your body falls off, right?
That's where your skin rots
you just
and everything just
pull
falls apart.
stuff
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Jesus, careful down there. And see, the thing is that a lot of the time I spend on the graphics because they're super high quality. There's the armadillo sandwich. Yay! And the last one, this lady, this is real, but I don't get it. So I don't know enough. Like
Some people are just dumb about their computers.
But how do you? Okay, but then, all right.
That's
So
that's actually an
she's
episode of Modern Family.
It is.
Yeah, like the oldest daughter is talking to her boyfriend on the internet,
Mhm.
and she walks out of the room to do something, and he's still on the internet. Then her mom walks in just wearing a bra, and is picking some stuff up off the floor and talking
Okay.
to him, but she doesn't realize that he could see her.
Yeah. Okay. But this one, like, so you were
I wonder if she's showboating though.
in a shower and you must had your phone out, propped up, so you could see and hear the service.
No, I bet that was on a computer.
But I'm saying, like, how did you get a camera pointed at your? Why did you have that? Well, because you must have been like watching it first. Or
Well,
something.
your bathroom door, like say you got your desk there, your bathroom door is right behind you, the shower is straight through.
Okay.
That's the only way that happens.
But then also, how is it that your camera was broadcasting straight to the church on the big screen just from your phone or your place?
They do that
Why
kind of stuff
yours?
with like they do that stuff with like convicts and stuff too now. where like you can't be at something like say your mom's funeral or something,
Yeah.
and they'll Skype your ass in there while it's going
So I get that she can do that, but I don't know how. Her just by watching it, they pressed a button, and then now I took your feed and put it in my funeral. See what I mean? Like, how did that happen?
No,
That means
it's
if me and you
two-way.
were watching it, they could have patched
No,
into
because
our
it's two
phone.
way. So whatever they're watching there is what you're seeing, and whatever you're watching there is whatever is coming out of your camera is what they're seeing.
I just,
So there, all they're going to see is you, and where
Yeah.
you're at, all you're going to see is them.
but I'm saying, like, who set that? How did that do that?
Well, and whoever was there, when they see stuff going on, turn it
yeah,
off.
change it. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, this is not the feed for
Not
here.
like, oh, let's see what she's doing.
Yeah, no, that's what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude.
That's what I'm saying. She probably had to be at least decent looking, or they wouldn't have let it go.
Now this said, here's the thing too. This was like early on, because what happens is this lady, and this is part of it. Again,
She
not,
comes out and takes her American Whopper 6.5 donger. And
that's right. Her Tugger
bangs
Nut
herself.
super nuts.
I was told it has suction cups.
Yeah, she actually gets out of the shower, but what happens is she gets out of the shower, and then she goes to this funeral in the building. So when she shows up there, that's when the people are like, "Hey, your video, you were naked.
Like,
Everybody
nice hooch.
for the past 20 minutes, people have been watching you get ready to
Yeah.
come here." So she
A
showed
whole
up.
row of people left and said they'd be back in a little bit.
That's what I mean. So as soon as I saw this, I looked down at this and I looked at it and whatever, and it just boom. Yeah.
The guy from CNN.
Something about stiffies. And then, yeah, I was able to do that.
Jeffrey
the
Tubin.
funeral home was only ready for one stiff that day, not,
That's right.
yeah. That'd be interesting. What a great funeral to go to.
Right?
God, you will never go to one like that again.
What was the best part of the funeral? The shower scene?
Definitely. Speaking of the shower scene, there's naked butts in Footloose. That made
Oh,
me
no.
uncomfortable. It was dude butts.
Oh, no.
We were sitting there, I'm like, oh my God. And sorry to get off, but yeah, they're sitting there and they're talking about like having the dance. And they're like in the locker room. And you see like somebody's ass, and then they're talking. And then that dude comes over, dries off. Then Kevin Bacon's drying off, sees somebody else's ass. And then the dude turns around. We're sitting there, I'm like, oh God, I can see a sack. and the whole time, so with my son, I'm like, okay, this is what the boys are talking about in their locker room. What about the women?
Right.
Switch to the women's locker room. Then he's like,
Then you change the channel, it's Porky's, and you're like, oh, shit.
there we go. No, the next scene there, he's teaching Sean Penn's brother how to dance.
Yeah.
And there's a lot, and it's kind of focused in on their feet and their butts. And my son looks over, he's like,
Oh, it's a chick flick.
Is it? I'm like, it's a good movie. A lot of people like it. Think it skews to women a bit. Hence
Yeah.
the naked butts
Just a
and the
bit.
guys dancing with their rears to you, but we can still enjoy this.
If you
film.
recorded it off of TV, it'd have nothing but like thick jean commercials in between.
Yeah.
Chick.
Yeah.
Get your
Jordache.
jeans, Jordache.
Excuse me, are those Bugle Boy jeans you're wearing?
You like them pocketless?
And they call it Charlie. Do you remember that?
Stain wash.
God, that was a great commercial.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now it's time for April Fool's Day time. We've fooled around enough. It is April Fool's Day. I think people still pull pranks and have fun some places. So we went to the dayoftheyear.com. That's my favorite spot. There it is right there.
It's National Get Butthurt Day because somebody's going to get
That's
butthurt over a April Fool's joke that they got burned on and had to live with it for the whole day until somebody finally told them. That's what's going to happen.
Wah, wah. At least
Wah,
it says
wah,
April
wah.
Fool's Day, not kick me, punch me,
Right.
or whatever. So this is from Day of the Year. I guess where this came from, one is that, let's see, they started like the church and everybody started like 15th century, somewhere in there, that the first of the year, now January should start the year. But before that, people used around March 25th, and Easter is the start of the calendar year.
Yeah.
So for a while, some of the people still liked the old way. And so what they think is that April Fool's was a day where a lot of these people who now were on the January calendar would make fun of these people who were foolish celebrating the first of the year today. That's
Yeah, it's kind of like when you work at a factory and it's set up on quarters.
Yeah.
But the first quarter is technically not the first quarter. The start of the second quarter is actually the start of the first quarter.
Okay.
Yeah. Worked a lot of places that are kind of weird like that.
Yeah.
Their fiscal year doesn't end until
Oh, gotcha. The
what I'm
difference between
saying?
fiscal year and
Yeah.
a calendar. and-
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So there's a little bit of the history behind it, and then they had, of course, they always do like ideas and different things that people do. So you might play pranks on friends and family. This might involve hiding objects and then pretending to have lost them. So, like this lady. This is a nurse kidnapping a newborn from a hospital. That's hilarious. Man, that's funny stuff. What I wanted to put in here was the short part at the end of a Runaway Train where the lady pulls the baby out of the runaway train, never going.
The kids don't know what you're talking about.
They don't. It's a Collective Soul.
Collective
from the
Soul,
90s.
right?
It's not
Yeah,
that
Collective
it's
Soul.
old, but it's
Yeah, like 93.
But I'm not talking about the 70s, for God's sakes.
You might as well be anymore,
God damn. There you go. There's hiding something and not knowing where it is.
right?
All those fucking kids and claw machines. And again, folks, get on Google, check it out, or whatever your favorite thing is. And believe me, this is just the beginning.
If anybody needs shots for something, it's these kids getting in these damn claw machines.
Yeah, well, you know what? Or actually, who needs the shot is that one woman pounding on it up there in the corner. Because, like, keep the eye on your fucking kids.
I like the kids screaming bloody murder after he got his stupid ass in there.
Yes. Some of them are just relaxed. That kid up in the left corner is like, what?
Oh yeah, the guy
You
in
don't
the
even know what
bottom,
he is.
the guy in the bottom center. He's just like, well, I got my pick of toys if I can figure out how to
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
It's actually very comfy in here.
Like,
Guy in
damn
the
it,
left,
Dad.
he's okay. That guy in the bottom corner, he's freaking out. And then the one at the top, man, she's totally lost her shit. Like,
Oh, Yeah.
hilarious. Funny. Kids stuck in stuff is hilarious. Pretending to have a fake injury.
Yeah, I gotta pretend any of that shit anymore.
You know, so
Just wake up with a new one every other day.
this guy. You remember this guy?
Juicy Smollett.
Juicy Smollett. Two guys in MAGA hats beat me up in -20 temperature and put a noose around my neck. Oh, wait, it's two black guys from Africa I paid to do it.
Man, that bit Chappelle did about him was absolutely fucking
God damn, this guy's
Juicy
a
Smollett.
jackass. So sometimes you fake an injury, April Fools. Or these.
Oh, don't get me started on these
Now my
soccer
head,
fucks, man.
my head's on this guy down in the left, but it's or your head too. But it's okay. But here's the deal: when I put in faking injuries, and then
I
this
bet
is-
soccer was the first thing. that
it's
popped
all
up,
that
too.
came up, and then I had
And
to,
one LeBron or two or three LeBrons.
I had to dig and dig through because it's all this asshole number 10 from fucking Brazil. Every picture is this jackass laying on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
There, I got one guy from Italy or something over there. He's like, you can see his little face peeking out. Like,
Yeah.
are you guys calling the pal? But yeah,
They're all a bunch. If any of my older listeners that fucking watched basketball back in the day, these are all a bunch of Kevin McHale's. Just
Oh,
a bunch
yeah?
of crying ass bitches.
well, I thought about you and I thought about what you would say.
Yeah.
And I think I have somebody that's even more fakier than that, James.
Let me see, is
The
it a-
king of fakeness, James. This dude bitches all the time about getting touched. and
Man,
falling over.
I'll tell you a story about him
Sure.
getting. Yeah. It coincides with
Reggie Miller, a Pacer.
Reggie Miller of the Pacers. If you're listening and not watching.
Yes.
So I'm not a Pacers fan. Well, I'm not a fan of any Indiana shit really.
Okay.
So it was the last year he was playing, and it was actually over Good Friday, Easter, just like this past weekend, and it was
Okay.
on the Saturday in between. My old roommate Ron, another buddy Robert, I got sweet ass tickets. We were like fucking fourth row court side, just off where the basketball goal was at, and just badass seats.
Excellent.
And it's one of those ones where you're at, and the waitresses come up and take your orders and shit. It ain't even one of those deals.
Way low.
Yeah.
Now, who are the Pacers playing?
Pacers against the Bulls. It's
The
in the
Bulls.
United Center.
Okay.
It's in Chicago.
Oh, you're in Chicago. Okay,
in
gotcha.
Chicago at the
Okay.
United Center.
All right. Okay.
And it was fantastic. So he comes down before the game starts. The first thing me and my friends notice is Jermaine O'Neal isn't playing, which he rarely did. You know,
Yeah.
at that time, he just whenever
Taking
he
a night
decided he
off.
wanted to take like half the year off. he
If
just
he's
took
not whipping ass in Detroit,
But he's sitting over there and he's got this giant diamond medallion that's like 2
Yeah.
foot fucking long because he's like 7 foot whatever anyway. And it's got like a trillion fucking diamonds in it. So when they're doing the whole, and now you're starting, and the shit's flicking around,
yeah.
you look over at him and it looks like there's a fucking strobe light attached to his chest because all the lights are reflecting off this motherfucking diamond and gold chain
Jermaine,
thing
cover
he's
that
got over
shit
there.
up.
That's how I noticed him. I'm like, what the fuck's going on over there? And then he stood up and I'm like, oh, it's Jermaine O'Neal over there in his fucking streetwear with his giant ass medallion on.
Ding, 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 ding.
But this was when the Pacers, it was last year, Reggie.
Okay.
But they had like
Fair,
Steven
fair.
Jackson, a couple of those guys like that were still good and sticking around. Harrington, some
Yeah.
of those guys.
Yeah. Tough.
And it was Rick Carlisle's I think it was his last year before they got rid of him, and then they brought him back later.
Okay. Coach.
So Reggie always did this fucking thing that he always did, where every time he'd shoot a three or something that was halfway long range, he'd cross his arms over and cross his legs over, but he'd always kick his legs out and try to get shooting fouls. And he'd get them all anytime he wasn't anywhere. Anytime he was at home, he got them all the time.
Yeah, sure.
He'd get the and one every time he's at home.
Yeah.
United Center, those refs know they got to go home at the end of the night. He wasn't getting any of those calls. So it's the first quarter. They come down through there, and he goes to shoot one of them shots, and one of the guys are right up on him, and he gets called for an offensive foul for kicking the guy that was coming out there. To block
Gotcha,
him.
going the other way.
He goes over there to that ref and blows up. I get that call on every blah, blah. I mean, we're sitting like,
Yeah.
right over. We
You
can
can hear
hear
it.
him. Yeah.
You can hear it.
I get that call every damn time. And he's just going off. I don't know if he cusses or not, but he was going off. Ref tees him up, gets him his first technical, right? Whatever. They go down the other end. Guy shoots a free throw. They come back.
Yeah.
Couple possessions ensue. He gets the ball back, comes back on the other side and tries to shoot a three the same way with a different ref over here behind him. Does the same thing with the kick out. They call it again. Because this one was more blatant. Like, he kind of threw his shit out there.
now
Like,
he's-
he's like, I'll see if these motherfuckers going to get called.
Yeah,
whatever.
now he's trying to do it.
So he does that, and they call foul on him. So he starts to blow up, and they're told him, I see one more, we're going to throw you out or whatever. And Rick Carlisle comes around the corner, tries to break it up a little bit. Doesn't happen. Reggie's all over this ref. Refs kick him out. And we're in
20
Chicago.
seconds into the game.
And we're in Chicago, and this is Reggie's last time playing at the United Center.
Yes.
So from center court where he was bitching, as he tried to make his walk all the way back to here, there was no throwing of anything.
Oh, okay.
No
I thought-
throwing of
okay,
anything.
okay.
It wasn't like a wrestling match. It was
Okay.
no, I
I
throwing a
thought
bunch
they're
of
gonna
shit.
throw shit.
But as loud as however many people could fit in there, because it was packed, it was fucking sold out. As loud as it could get, everybody's like, "Where's your rings? Where's your ring?" And the more he got towards the exit, the whole stadium, "Where's your rings?" Like as he's leaving. And
Cheryl.
Carlisle is all pissed off about all that. Comes out there, gets bitch. He just gets tossed. Like I don't even know
the
what
whole
he
thing
said.
falls apart.
I don't know what he said, but he walked right out there and got tossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
If Reggie's going, he's just gonna go back there to watch a game. Fuck it. Yeah.
Great player, but he was a whiny bitch.
Where's your rings, Reggie? Reggie never got a ring.
No,
Nope.
if he would have ate some more sandwiches, he probably would have got more rings.
Maybe so. Hollywood.
Dude
I
makes me look big.
I always like Cheryl better.
She was
Well,
the better one of the family. She even tell you that she was the best basketball player in the family.
Well, I'll tell a real quick Reggie story.
Okay.
Real quick.
That he looks like the alien from Mac and Me in that picture.
He does look like that. He does. Eee.
Ew.
It's a story about him and Larry Bird, and you're talking about his last season. This is his first season, and there's video. You can see it on YouTube, and they're playing Celtics.
Yeah.
And it's early in the game, and somebody fouls Larry Bird. Of course, Larry Bird, if you don't know, is probably the best free throw shooter of all time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just 999.9999. So he comes up to shoot like a 1-and-1, and Reggie is right next to him. And then again, this is like a local broadcast, like TTV4,
Yeah.
so you can see it, and you kind of see him dribble the ball a couple times, and then you see Larry kind of raise up, and they're gonna get ready to switch to the side shot, so you can see the ball go in. But as he's doing this, he like half stops, and then it switches, and you hear him saying something, and then it cuts back, and he's still talking, and then they come back, and Larry's talking at somebody over here. And then the second one, he's talking something, and he looks, and what had happened was on the first shot, when he raised his hands up, Reggie was like, "Whoa, whoa," trying to make a noise or something to like throw him off. And that's when Reggie, when Larry Bird was like,
Did Larry just like drop 50 on him?
well, he puts in, he's like, what are you doing over there, Rook? You fucking rookie? What, you just try to mess me up or something? You stupid fucking rookie. Give me that fucking ball. And then that's where he gets the ball, and he looks at him the whole time. He's like, you're a fucking rookie, and makes it without even looking.
Yeah.
And then talking to him afterwards, he's like, yeah, I never said anything else. Every time I ever played him again, that was the dumbest thing
Dude,
I ever
Larry
did.
Bird, people would talk shit to him, and it'd be like 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and he'd only have he'd have like 18, 20 points. And somebody talked shit to him, and then like it'd be the end of the game, he had 45, and fucking
His
it was like,
mission.
what the hell happened?
Larry Bird was a constant shit talker.
Oh,
There you go.
yes.
But
I remember
Reggie,
he'd always get pissed off when they put white guys on him. Like, you're really fucking putting a white guy
That's
on
one.
me?
Have
Yeah,
you got
that was
anybody-
always
do
that.
you have anybody over there that can cover me, Coach?
Yeah.
No.
He's literally like, he
don't.
goes, don't get used to that, Coach. He's putting white dudes on me.
Larry.
Shit
good
clacked
kid.
me up.
All right, back to this. We'll get off our sports talk. No more NBA talk. We're done. How about more?
Mac
more
and
of
me's
this,
done.
Mac and me is over.
Mac and me is canceled.
You can send prank emails today, or make prank phone calls, or hear like a note. If you were the old fashioned, you could always get something like this. Like, look inside. There's a little surprise, and when you open it up, it says we have Syphilis!
Nobody
Isn't
wants
that
to
fun?
see that.
That one in the bottom right-hand corner, I thought was a vagina, but then this morning when I was practicing all this, that's a butthole.
Awesome.
That's delicious, isn't it? So
No.
just kidding.
No,
We don't want to look at that anymore.
No.
Look at what you can
No.
get, kids. Wrap that shit up. Be careful who you're having sex with, or it's Valtrex for you. I almost got syphilis once.
Speaking of Valtrex, I remember one time I got this video cassette, and it was when I first got a guitar, and it was for guitar lessons.
Yes.
And it was a homeboy that used to play guitar for it was Dave Navarro.
Okay.
Right?
Dave
Played
Navarro.
for Jane's Addiction,
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. And at the start of his thing, it was like this 5-minute intro of him just kind of bullshitting.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for buying my tape. Something I like to do as a rock star is get myself prepared for whenever I do a session or something. And he takes a little something in his mouth and he drinks some water and he goes, that's Valtrex because I've been on the road for however many, like he's talking about taking his Hershey's medication before he starts fucking playing guitar. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
Hi there, kids.
Needless to say, I didn't get very many songs into that.
Today
I'm
we're
like,
going to learn the A
yeah.
chord. And this. Oh,
Like, I
God,
don't know-
Dave Navarro, shit.
It's like, I don't know what I'm going to catch if I learn how to play guitar like this
Dave
guy.
Navarro, I'm taking a Valtrex?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. If you do, God bless you. Media organizations participating, some media companies will publish fake news, like a fake news story that, like it's...
Doesn't
like,
Fox do that every day?
Oh, come on now. What are you, Stephen Colbert over here?
Might as well
Here's
be.
one from the New York Times. It says behind that, being forced to wear this mask by idiots. And then over there, trust the science, not idiots. So, yeah. Remember, masks work. They help a lot.
I remember somebody saying, do you not care if you kill people? I'm like,
Yes.
no, I drive high.
So, there we are. This one here, this is from, I forget what news I did it, but this is two people. The lady on the left, this is the lady that a week ago, and again, they've done it before. This is the person that printed a thing that said that marriage is white supremacy and we must end all marriages and it's so bad and whatever.
No, it's
These two are giving a
government
long talk.
interference is what marriage is.
These two giving a long talk about family privilege, and if you have a good family, and of course you can also read under there, yeah, they're going to charge about $89. Could you imagine look at that, from 11 to 12:30? Could you imagine spending an hour and a half with that? Hour and a half, listen to those two talk about
Those two?
whatever the fuck they're talking about. Here's another one, a fake one from the Indy Star. Okay.
It is real. You just don't know how to do it, Bill. It is real.
Okay. Participating in organized events. Some communities and organizations hold events or activities, especially for April Fool's Day, like comedy shows. So Oprah just did a comedy show on ABC. How about it wasn't her fault about how much weight she gained. What I love about this, though,
It's not Carl Zempig.
there you go. That's hence the picture there. Now, what I really like about this one for fun for me was this was from Oprah's website.
If she was okra, she would have done a lot better.
Okra. She probably had a lot of fried okra. But again, not her fault. Not her fault at all. What I love about this is about a 3-paragraph story, and it was on Oprah's website. And if you can see just above the picture, it says, as told to Catherine Hong. Because this lazy ass couldn't put 3 fucking paragraphs about it. Let me lay back on the couch. Catherine, get out a notepad.
Miss Hong.
Jesus. What an ass. There's another comedy show. There it is. There's the podcast.
That is his podcast.
That's it. That's him. Every day. Keith
Those ratings
Olbermann.
are a little bit too high for he must have some I'd love to meet the people that listen to that guy.
Oh, but they're lots of fun to hang out with. Good
All the
sense of
people
the
that are
humor.
subscribed to that, I'd like to meet you.
Like to have a lot of fun. And then you just said you watch this show. Oh, wait, not this show. Sorry. My mistake.
I don't watch any of that shit.
No, none of these guys. You maybe watch this show, you said, just for a minute the other day.
What?
These guys right here. Now
Who's
there
this?
is. I don't know if this is who's this?
Oh, it's
These are
Saturday Night
cast from
Live.
Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
Some just a few years ago.
I only watched the Weekend Update.
Well, there's the one in the corner. I don't think we talked about it. I think we talked about it after the show the other day, but Rob Schneider used to be on the show, said he was watching it, and it was when right before Trump was going to be elected and Obama was done. And these two idiots up here get on and sing like a serious song about how much they're going to miss the president. And he was like, man, I hope this is a joke at the end. There's some kind of punchline. They're going to do something. And then they like fade to black. It's like,
Those
you guys are
two, I
fucking
think, right
jackasses.
for Seth Meyers.
Oh, I would 100% believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody likes their own version of Saturday Night Live they grew up with probably, but man, these people fucking suck and they are not funny. And then right there, the tattoo on the bottom right, that's Pete Davidson's tattoo
Of Hillary
of
Clinton.
Hillary Clinton he got before the election because he's, so down with the cause.
That looks way better than her in real life.
I heard he has a big dick, but it's funny because he looks like a big fucking dick.
He looks strung out there.
Dude, eyes are always fucking sunken in and black and shit.
And I can't watch anything that's got Good Burger Dude in it.
Oh, well, he just released one straight to video a few months
Isn't
ago.
that- I
They
don't
did
know
a new
his
one.
name. I just know him as Good Burger Guy.
Yep, he's welcome to Good Burger.
Like, the
Keenan.
one that wasn't funny from
Keenan.
Good Burger went on to be a comedian. You know?
Ed's the funny one.
That's fucking right.
Fuck him.
That's what I'm saying. I only watched that. I only watched that once because I wasn't able to probably even get up to change it, and that's
Ed's the
Jesus
cool guy.
Christ.
Ed's the cool guy. That's Keenan Thompson. Yeah.
there ain't any of them women that are funny on that show
Oh my
except for
God, man, they suck.
the bigger black girl that was on Ghostbusters has some funny shit when she's on there,
Oh yeah,
but then most of the rest are
she's a
suspect.
riot.
Yeah,
She's tons of fun. Okay, that's enough of that. I can't take any more Saturday Night Live. That's it, James. April 1st is done. It's in the bag.
sweet.
The show is over, so we'll get together Wednesday, Hump Day.
Yes, sir.
Sex Store reviews. That'll be fun. Well, did you have a good time today? Anything else you want to say before we go?
No, I had a good weekend. Ran into a lot of people. I put the word out that I was drinking at the bar. A few people showed up. A lot of
Okay.
people giving us props on the show.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Glad
Sherry,
you
who
were.
won last week, was pretty happy.
Excellent.
Pretty excited.
I'll
I don't
be
know if you got a hold of your head, but yeah,
Nope, I will be contacting Sherry. Getting
Yeah.
her all taken care of.
it's been all good.
And if you want to win just like Sherry, remember, go to YouTube, follow us on there, and that's where we're going to choose the last day of April, who will get a $100 gift card from Wilson Farm Market, that place right here, and one of the beautiful T-shirts over there from where James is sitting. You can have one of those too. Very nice, front and back, nice stuff. Again, thank you for joining us on this April Fools. For James Swinford, just reminding you to treat other people how you want to be treated, lighten the hell up, and now you go make somebody laugh today.